Success doesn't change people, it reveals them. For some, success becomes a mirror. For others, it becomes a mask. But for Ferruccio Lamborghini, success did something different. It gave him clarity. It showed him that his ego wasn't the villain everyone talks about. It was the thing that pushed him to build a legend. A legend that still shakes the world today.
This story doesn't start in a garage or on a racetrack. It begins on a quiet grape farm. Ferruccio Lamborghini grew up there, the son of a farmer surrounded by dust, tractors, and stubborn old engines. While the rest of the world chased luxury, Ferruccio was out there fixing broken machines and teaching himself how things worked from the inside out. He wasn't dreaming of money or fame. His dream was simpler, but far bigger, to build something with his own hands that could outlive him. By his 40s, Ferruccio Lamborghini had climbed from a farmer's son to a millionaire industrialist. His tractors weren't just machines, they were the muscle of Italy, powering fields, factories, everything. And like every man who finally rises above the noise, Ferruccio wanted a symbol of victory. He chose a Ferrari, one of the most expensive cars money could buy. At first, it felt perfect. The speed, the scream of the engine, the thrill. But there was one thing that kept snapping his patience in half. The clutch.
The clutch. They all bad.
It broke. Again and again. And that single problem would ignite one of the greatest stories in automotive history. So one day, Ferruccio Lamborghini walked right into Enzo Ferrari's office. Back then, Enzo wasn't just a businessman. He was the king of the car world. Ferruccio stayed respectful. He simply said, "Sir, your cars are beautiful, but the clutches keep failing." But Enzo didn't hear honesty. His ego heard an insult. He didn't care that Ferruccio was an engineer. He didn't care that he was a paying customer. Enzo leaned back, stared at him, and dropped the line that changed automotive history forever. "The problem isn't my car. The problem is you! A man who builds tractors has no right telling me how to build a sports car." That wasn't confidence, that was ego. Raw, blinding ego. The kind that doesn't just ruin relationship, it destroys companies and legacies. Most people would have walked out of that office angry and insulted, but Ferruccio didn't. He stepped outside, sat quietly, and made a decision that would rewrite automotive history. If he won't fix it, I'll build my own. And in that moment, his ego didn't break him, it rebuilt him. This is what you call constructive ego. Ferruccio took the same clutch he used in his tractors, modified it, and created a system far better than anything Ferrari had at the time. Then he gathered a small team, hired former Ferrari engineers, and started building a sports car. Not out of arrogance, but out of pure precision. And in 1964, Lamborghini released the 350 GT, a car so smooth, so stable, so shockingly refined that even Ferrari owners couldn't believe it. A tractor builder had just out-engineered the king. Because here's the truth. Ego only becomes your enemy when it blocks your vision. But that same ego becomes your power when it pushes you to do what others think you can't. Ferrari used ego to shut the door on change. Lamborghini used ego to open a new one. Ferrari was protecting a name. Lamborghini was building a legacy. That's the difference between ego that limits you and ego that lifts you. So don't ask, do I have an ego? Everyone does. Ask yourself this instead. Who's steering the wheel? Does your ego make you stop learning? Or does it push you to evolve? Does it hold you back? Or does it challenge you to create something greater than anything you've done before? Ferruccio never created Lamborghini out of anger. He did it because he wasn't willing to let ego make him smaller than who he could be. He understood it, mastered it, and use that same fire to build a legacy people still talk about today. And the truth behind this whole story is simple. Your ego isn't here to ruin you. It's here to challenge you. If you fail that challenge, you stay where you are. If you rise to it, you become unstoppable. I hope you picked up the life lesson hidden in this story. And if there's one more lesson hiding between the lines, it's this: speak less than necessary. Because that day, Enzo didn't lose to a better engineer. He lost to a sentence he didn't need to say. One careless moment created a lifelong rival and reshaped the entire car industry. That's Law 4 from the 48 Laws of Power, unfolding right in front of us. If you want a full video breaking down that law, tell me in the comments. Until then, stay grounded, stay growing, and never let ego decide your fate.